Hi, everyone. My name is Margaux, and welcome back to Media Women Worldwide. There's a new festival that is hitting the festival lineup. It is in Buffalo, New York. The first annual Valkyrie International Film Festival, started by a mother-daughter team, is hitting the calendars just in time for Women's History Month. So they are actually here to tell us a little bit more about it. So ladies, welcome.
Hi. My name is Tamar.
My name is Kaelin. We're the Lambersons.
So thank you so much for doing this. Let's hear about this festival. So how would you describe the festival to everyone?
Well, we wanted to create a festival that spotlighted female directors. So we only show movies directed by women, and even the co-directors have to be women.
And I'd say our festival is very important, very female-centered, very feminist, and we're all for empowering women.
What inspired you to start this festival, especially starting it together?
My husband runs his own film festival here in Buffalo. It's the Buffalo Dreams Fantastic Film Festival, and that has been going on for over 10 years. And we've seen, how the festivals are run, and we kind of just, came up with this idea, after the festival. What was it, August?
Yeah, August of 2022.
And we thought, hey, why not have a festival that primarily focuses on films directed by women? So that's where we kind of came up with the idea, but we also wanted to do this during Women's History Month. So that gave us a short amount of time to put everything together.
And when we visited these other festivals, we saw many great directors, but many of them were men, not many were women. So we wanted to kind of have a festival where we'd see more women to make up for that scarcity at previous festivals. And something else I noticed was a lot of women are included and involved in films, but usually they're the scenes producers. A lot of women produce films for their husbands more than directing, including this one here. So we really want to shine a light on those women who take the lead.
The name of your festival says a lot, right? So how did you come up with the name? For those who don't know, could you maybe give a little description of what the name of your festival means and where it came from?
I'm very passionate about reading Greek mythology, Roman mythology, Norse mythology. And when we were brainstorming ideas for what to call our festival, I was thinking of very powerful women. And I narrowed it down to Valkyries of Norse mythology, who are very powerful, strong warriors who ride Pegasuses into battle. And then there were the Furies from Greek mythology, but I thought, if we were called the Furies, that might come off as a little misandrist or horror-centered. So we eventually came up with Valkyrie Film Festival. And then my dad thought, maybe it would be better to have international too, so you can get more variety. And we both agreed that that was better. And in the end, Valkyrie International Film Festival was what we called our festival, and including international in the name is very important, I'd say, because we have at least 15 international films this year.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, this is leading in very, very well. So you have a wonderful program that is set up spanning several days. So can you just kind of tell me a little bit more about what films are involved, what went into maybe picking some of them, and then how they're going to be laid out throughout the festival program? Our
festival is running 4th of Friday to March 28th Tuesday. It's 5 days.
Well, it's located in Amherst, New York, and it's a nice small screening, and we love it because it's very cozy. There's a lot of movie posters all over the place, and a lot of old school movie posters too. They have large cutouts of Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley. Really cool. And they sell popcorn, beer, and wine. So it's a nice little setting that we have there.
I don't know what a speakeasy was like back in the old days, but when I picture like a speakeasy, I picture the screening room, and it is very comfortable and cozy, like my mom said. So it's definitely, I'd say, classy too. Yeah. Very classy and elegant. And the person who runs it, I mean, we've known him for years. I mean, Bob's our friend, and that's kind of a good connection to have too. And I think that having that environment, like very comfortable, will make a lot of people more at ease. And because it's kind of small and a comfortable, also kind of bring, like, it'll kind of, I don't want to say force, but it'll like bring women closer together, and that'll also start more conversations that way. More friendships will be built. It's the perfect environment for networking.
Well, we wanted to get important films that had these important messages. So it was very important to us to kind of, when we got the word out there, to let these female directors know that are the types of movies that we're looking for. And I think that we got a great number of films that had important messages.
Some of the themes in our films are related to domestic abuse, sexual assault, miscarriage, abortion, gay rights, trans rights. I mean, there's such a variety. There's also systemic racism, the incarceration system in the United States, the migrant crisis, which has been, going on. There's so many important messages, and all of these films, you can tell, were shot through the female. I mean, most of the time the movies we see are very like male-centric, or stories we hear are from the perspective of men, and that is important. I mean, we have to hear their perspective, but we've just been missing the female gaze. So our festival is kind of bringing that into other people's eyes and minds. And for these themes, which I think are very important, I think one of the reasons we got these film submissions was when we set up our Film Freeway account. They asked us a few genres that we wanted, and one of the genres, I believe, was human rights. Yes. I remember when I saw that, I was like, Mom, can we do this? Can we do this? I was so excited when I saw it, and she's like, absolutely. My mom and I are pretty much on the same page when it comes to our beliefs. I might be a little bit more vocal, but we definitely agree.
We agree on a lot of things, but she is definitely more vocal about her feelings, which is fine with me. I'm okay with that.
I mean, she gives me liberty to also post on Instagram stories, like very political messages or posts from different accounts, and I'm very happy about that, because I definitely embody a Valkyrie, fierce, independent, and outspoken, for sure. There's really no certain connection between the films. They're very miscellaneous, and I think that's a good thing, because people who are interested in different things will also see things they might not have seen otherwise, and might think, oh, this might not have been what I originally wanted to see, but I'm glad I saw it.
There were a couple of films that we kind of wanted to put together, like the musical.
And the immigration, for sure. There's an immigration short, and then there's the feature about the migrant crisis in the U.S.
Yeah, the student film.
The student film is the short, and that one's about these, not children, but I mean, they were immigrants who came to the U.S., or they're children of immigrants who came to the U.S., and they're telling their stories while dancing. So it's very interesting.
So we wanted to pair that one up with the documentary.
Because, I mean, they go so well together, like PB&J.
That's a big thing that I love about festivals, is like you're with a lot of like-minded people who love film, but also kind of love the society and the connection that kind of goes along with all of those topics. So what do you want the audience kind of experience to be when they attend, and what do you want the takeaway to be from the festival itself?
I think I really want a lot of aha moments when people are watching these films, like, oh my God, that was going on, or I never thought of it that way before. I want people's minds to be kind of open, or maybe even blown, like, and I think the message I want to take away is, even if you think you wouldn't be interested in it, I would encourage people to attend anyway, because some of the messages may make you feel a little uncomfortable, but that discomfort is integral in personal growth. And with personal growth comes like making everyone a better citizen, a better participant in society, and a better world.
You know, a lot of these movies, I just love it because, you know, some of them make you cry, make you laugh, make you think. I mean,
and some of them are like, preach, yes, repeat it again.
Yes, women power.
It seems very evocative, I think. All of the film topics and everything that you're talking about, it's going to generate emotion, whether it's positive.
Yes, definitely.
And they'll definitely start important conversations as well.
So film, yes, it's an art. Yes, it's a science in a way because it's a technology, but also it's really a psychology, right? It's a psychology of people and of ideas, and it's exploring other people's minds, which I think is
absolutely.
You created this festival together. You're a mother and daughter super team. How was it putting this together? What was the experience like of doing this whole creative side of it?
It was wonderful, actually. It was nice watching these movies with her and just realizing, you know, how much we have in common. We agreed on, you know, we had the same thoughts and feelings about most of these movies. You know, we would write our little comments after we saw, and then we would, you know, compare notes and like, oh my God, that's exactly what I thought.
My mom and I have always been very close. I definitely think this festival has brought us closer together.
Yes.
And I've always thought of my mom as my best friend, but now she's my best friend, she's my mom, and she's my business partner.
I have the same kind of relationship with my mom, actually. So as soon as I saw that was going on with you guys, I was like, oh, this seems right up my alley. This seems like something that we want to hear more about. So why do you think these events are important? There are events like this that are cropping up all over the country, which I love to see. Why do you think it's important to attend and also to support events like these?
They're definitely acting as an equalizer because women have been undervalued, underappreciated, not very noticed for centuries. And now that there's more awareness about like, oh, wow, there are actually more women directors, or, oh, wow, there are more women doctors, more women scientists, or women computer engineers. Like, oh my gosh, like I never knew this before. And these events allow people to realize, wow, there are actually a lot of things I didn't know about women before, or wow, there are a lot of perspectives I was unaware of. So these events, I mean, they do wonders for the people they're supporting because they uplift them, they make them more successful, but also for the people who are just watching, the people who are listening, which is very important, not just hearing, but really listening and absorbing what they're hearing to and being surrounded by is very important because it makes everybody a little bit more put together. They have another like piece of the puzzle in place. So all together, I'd say it makes everybody more successful. It makes them better citizens. It makes them better people.
We have all the information on our website, ValkyrieFilmFest.com. Tickets are purchased at the venue. We have the Pegasus, which is the all-day festival. That's $50. We have the day passes that are $20, except on Saturday, that's $25. And then we also sell individual tickets for the blocks,
which are $12. And for the festival, if people like search our name, Valkyrie International Film Festival, it should pop up. If they don't see it though, the link is in our bio on Instagram. Oh, we're also, we have t-shirts that you can buy at the venue. I definitely want to thank all the people who have supported us, whether they've like offered to give us rides, whether they've offered to provide like food, services, whether they've donated, including our beloved Bill Brown, who passed just a few months ago before he could see it. Rest in peace, Bill. He's a very important Buffalo community member who has always supported us. We definitely appreciate all of the support, and we've noticed that a lot of the women directors who have messaged us also love what we're doing and say, like, thank you so much for doing what you're doing. It's very important, especially nowadays. Like, we need to be close. We need to like empower and uplift one another.
So yeah, we were surprised just to get these messages. Sorry we can't make it, but thank you so much for what you're doing. You know, we put a lot of hard work into this, so it's just getting messages like that, it makes it worth it.
The Valkyrie International Film Festival is running from Friday, March 24th until Tuesday, March 28th in Buffalo, New York. There are 62 films with female filmmakers from the US and beyond. As they said before, fierce, independent, outspoken. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll catch the next one.